And there we go. Hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend. Salutations, class, and welcome back. I'm not sure how much we have left of Pokemon Legends Arceus, but we'll keep that one going. Same thing with Kirby, as we did just essentially beat the game the first time. There is quite a bit more content left for us to uncover, and over time, we will be working on 100%ing that game. Schedule has been posted to Twitter and in the Discord. This week, we're also starting Outer Wilds on Thursday, followed by next week, I think I'll squeeze in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. But for this evening, let's do ourselves a little bit of Arceus again. Where we last departed, we just earned ourselves, what was his name? Braviary! So now we have a method of flight around here through the Alabaster Icelands. And I think we don't have much in the way of two unique Pokemon for us to look for left. Although there's still quite a few here that we haven't seen. Or haven't caught yet. Indeed, Taco. Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 won the vote that I had on Twitter, as well as getting the most votes on Discord. Let's see if that one works. Go ahead, Taco. You are here before most other people, so I am very, very happy to hear all you have to say about the game. Do tell me, as Black and White were my favorite games, and unfortunately, despite having 500 hours in White version, somehow I ended up losing my DS Lite. And from there, I actually didn't have a chance to experience Black 2 and White 2. Oshawott is my favorite starter as well. Which, I mean, you see what we've done here? Welcome back, Jeffy. And James, everyone's here. I will repeat the announcement for anyone who is just now walking in, but we are starting Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 sometime next week. Schedule has been posted to Discord and on YouTube and Twitter. Got a really good head start this week. Speaking of a head start, let's go ahead and get Electabuzz a few more experience points. There's quite the redundancy here. Roxy is one of the best gym leaders ever. It's been 10 years since I played, so I don't remember exactly what was going on with her. Well, that's one way to solve this issue. Oh, there's even a goal for seeing it use self-destruct. We are continuing to run low on medicinal leaks, so maybe this does warrant a good chance to just explore. Although I don't think we'll be finding any of that while we're all the way up here. Wow! That actually is the closest camp. There's still quite a bit more of an area here for us to explore. Let's see, can we get ourselves another potion or two? Or 3, even. Damn, we are gonna need a lot of those. I wonder, was that actually something we could buy? Poison type rock girl, and funny, you'd think with the name, she'd be a rock type gym leader. But then again, rockers are usually associated with a poison type. And welcome, Akemi-chan. How was your weekend? I'm doing quite well myself. I've managed to actually, as a bit of a departure, get a little bit of a hobby going of booting up some of the old computer games I used to play when I was a child. And I do have those scheduled for whenever we have another celebration sometime soon. Wonder what milestone it should be for. I'm already planning out a lot of our future milestones, for example, 1K, Whenever that does happen, and hopefully we accelerate to it quickly, 1K will be a spore stream, which might end up being my magnum opus. So I had a nice lazy weekend goofing off playing old computer games. Ones from the 90s that one of them you actually have to emulate MS-DOS in order to run. We'll go ahead and maneuver my fingers quite dexterously to go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit more experience for Aaron. That's right. We still have a couple of party slots left open. I think we still have 2 more, right? Oh no, we have 1 more. Because we did forget James, who we need to re-add to our party. Let me run over here and alleviate that real quick. I love Samurott, but you are kind of a type redundancy alongside Kayla here. Now, to look for... where could he be? Ah, there you are. Welcome back to the party, James. I hate to bully the snow runts. They're such wonderful little guys. Look at him. He's precious. Alright, let's take ourselves to the sky. B is dash, like how it is on most of the mounts, yet still... Are we slowly dropping altitude, it looks like? If we hit the ground, do we take back up? No, it's literally just a boost from wherever we happen to be sitting. Alright. I'm pretty sure this should work from right here. Ah, looks like we won't quite clear it. Let's see, and... ah, just barely. But... darn, that is a wide turning radius. Alright, back onto the ground we go. Maybe we did need to do it from up there. Although I'm certain we can manage a little bit of platforming here. Just like so. Alright, Avalok, let's see what you got in store for us. A very loud Mamoswine call. What are the items here? Ah, more of the salt. You're training in the box. Now you are 1/12, the strength of Izagi. Truly monstrous. Investigate, Your arc phone is beeping. You obtained a piece of eternal ice. I assume that's what we use for a bomb, probably.
At last the summit is conquered.
I can't remember what voice we did.
And I see you made it too. Flew down to this place and obtained the eternal ice, did you?
What drives that burning zeal of yours, I wonder? Ah, burning. Get it? Because it's the only thing that can stave off the ice.
I do have to respect the effort you've put in.
What's with his facial hair?
I may still have my own doubts weighing on my mind, but I will make the necessary preparations so that you can face my lord Avalog. Meet me at Ice Peak Arena. Now, don't try to repeat the wondrous feat you're about to see me perform. A tall leap like this can only be managed by highly toned bodies, like mine.
He climbs something a Sneasler can't. He really is a demigod.
Till next we meet.
And he's gone. Which way are we going? Ah, no hassle. You know, this is probably faster than any of our other transport methods, so I imagine it makes a lot of it obsolete, doesn't it? Welcome, Joshua. I'm having a wonderful start to this week. Got a bunch of my VTubing work done early, already got a schedule out. And settled. Why, if it isn't Xander! What a pleasure finding a familiar face, or any face, in this far corner of the Alabaster Icelands. I came to bring Garrick an order of sword caps, and he was more than willing to have a chat about Avalugg. What do you say? Interested in a bit of gossip? Sure. Any information will help. And why wouldn't you be? So, Avalugg, yes? The fifth of Hiswee's nobles.
That he is. And you know what? He's an absolute beast.
Well, yes. According to what I was told, not only does he barrage you with chunks of ice, he also fires off massive icicles, and he can cause sharp ice crystals to erupt from the ground below you. Doesn't that seem a bit too powerful to take on? What's more, apparently the Avalugg of old could be up to 100 feet tall. Doesn't that seem a bit too big to take on? Plot twist, the entire Icelands happens to be one large Avalugg.
Oh, you'll be alright. You just have to eat some sword caps, then give your training your all. Nothing better for building muscle than that. Onward now, to the arena.
As he slowly struts into the distance, still drastically underdressed. Yes, well, I did want to see that Avalugg, but perhaps not at the cost of my life. I suppose my freezing digits and I will be off. And so he departs. Black pomegranate tea, again for tonight. Although, I have found a grandiose new addiction in mixing together a single bag of peppermint and a bag of chocolate Rubios tea. So essentially, you get chocolate mint tea, which is very, very sweet and hopelessly addicting. After all, I do happen to be a sugar addict. Had a nostalgia trip today. I spent the entire weekend on a nostalgia trip. Tell me about it, Joshua.
So we are to quell Avalugg as you wished. In the end, the strength of your feelings won out. Or maybe your real strength comes from the way you walk among both people and Pokemon. Well, I suppose I'd better get to work making some bombs using that internal ice. I've heard how they are made, and with muscles like mine, it will be only a moment's work.
And there you have it.
If you truly wish to quell Lord Avalugg, then walk on. The path lies before you. But know that Avalugg will hurl chunks of ice at you without relent. You'll need unrivaled dodging ability.
I mean, you all should know how I feel about dodgeball. Oh, we immediately depart. Show me the boy in all of his grandiose frozen energy. Ooh, quite large indeed. Steve Irwin, of course. Dynamax at this point in time in this part of the world, localized entirely within this Avalugg. Oh, finally we have a somewhat interesting pattern. Yeah, I am old enough to remember who Steve Irwin was. And his sorrowful departure. Oh! Maybe I should pay attention on the ground a bit more. I must unlearn my impatience. And I think you all know who's up. I said... Wow. Okay, never mind then. So what did you watch involving Steve Irwin, Joshua? Watch some very old clips of the Crocodile Hunter, perhaps? Wish you could have met him. He was quite the wonderful lad. Is this Avalug design specifically Hisuian, or... do I just not remember what Avalug usually looks like? And now, I believe, is our time. And away we go! This won't speed us up, but it probably does enough. Quite sturdy he is. It is a Hisuian form, so this one is quite different. After all, I don't remember Avalug having the, mandibles, I guess is what you'd call them. I kinda like the new design. I wonder, can we just dodge roll forward through these? Oh, that's no hassle whatsoever. You heard the word quirky. Classic. And what quite a few folks knew him for. Alright, we have a gist of the attack patterns now. Quite the offensive arsenal. I still wish ice was a good type. We've needed a defensive ice type for a long time, but basically, for the longest time, certain Pokemon strategies just haven't been viable. Like defensive ice types. I wonder what would be more powerful, a strong flamethrower or a fire blast? I'll go ahead and bet on the 100% accuracy at least. Ooh. I mean, he basically is an equivalent of a real-life Pokemon professor, but being an animal expert. Who would be fastest? I'm certain Usagi would be, but I don't want to send Usagi out into a type disadvantage so soon. Indeed, Electabuzz does have enough speed to make up. Wait. Okay, so it's not ice and ground. Halfway there. Patience will suffice. After all, he does happen to be all the way over there. And I don't think... finally mixing it up. I don't think we can throw bombs that far. a different pattern this time. Oh, or we could just walk very far away. PETA is absolutely a sham, though. Oh, darn it! Divert my focus for just a moment. Yeah, PETA is a sham, though. They, actually have a very, very high rate of animal euthanasia. Which seems quite opposite to their goal. Ah, we can. So let's see. See if we can mix in a few tosses in between our different maneuvers. Run it again. Ah, focused up a little bit too hard. Oh wow, we can get quite a bit of that done. This should be our biggest opportunity. Hit them with a fast flamethrower and then a strong one. Or actually... yeah, it's still just under half, so we probably will want a strong one. We did note that it didn't get a KO last time. Be ready with those bombs. See if you can scratch that halfway point. Every little bit counts. Yeah, and this is the part where he will make the spikes from the ground. This time in a much wider pattern. Ah, Cave, I looked to see your message and lost my focus. Okay, hold on. I'll answer that in just a second. There we go. Maybe you're accidentally global warming by bringing a Ninetales with drought into the mountains. They actually don't have Pokemon abilities in this game, Cave, unfortunately. Okay, so a strong flamethrower is roughly the same power as a fire blast. Guess it doesn't really make a difference then. James, you could use the experience and you happen to have a fire type attack, which I promptly forgot about earlier. Wait, that's neutral damage. Is it water and ice? And one over here. Darn, we were so close. Highly doubt the intense sun is good for polar ice caps. Ah, my mistake. Besides, I imagine the ice Pokemon are capable of restoring that lost ice, right? They do seem to be able to create endothermic reactions out of nowhere. Oh, those are faster! Okay, and with the slight delay, that is going to be kind of rough. Okay, we'll be doing fine. We just need to remember to dodge a lot earlier, given that I am working with a delay. No names were called, but he said, you want clean oceans, you want to drink straight from river, he wants clean air, and a bunch of other Australian language I cannot currently read. Uh-oh. I swear it's doing more damage earlier in the fight. Actually, I feel like we can just outrun that one. Okay, so we do miss our chance like that. Yeah, we have to immediately basically throw out a Pokeball. We can get maybe one extra bomb in there, but it's not worth the trade-off. Especially given how much I keep letting myself get hit. I keep trying to read chat too much. Y'all are distracting me. Okay, so it feels like about a fifth to a third of a second delay. I don't think we're permitted any more mistakes after this. Now we go. Yeah, Steve Irwin was a very wonderful lad. And I miss him. But in his case, it was mostly just a freak accident. It's kind of funny, there is this meme about, I'm sure you've seen it. It's a tweet of some guy at a zoo, and he's got a fist ready while he's looking at a manta ray, and he says he was gonna take one back for the team. A lot of progress there. Let's see if we can do this 2 cycles. And we're basically permitted only one more mistake. Yeah, just like James said, I don't think we're quite too near the poles. We do happen to be northward, but probably the latitudinal equivalent of Canada. Maybe a bit more north. Alright, this is the one that keeps getting us. It's so anticlimactic, too. You know what? Just continue this time. I am fighting the technology I'm having to deal with. It's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, that does have a lot of end lag. Maybe that's what was throwing me off. Let's see. Okay, so it is about a third of a second delay. And if I'm too concerned, I'll do the fight again another time and wait out this one. Okay, it feels like we don't actually get much time in between rolls. Kind of has the next one ready by the time we, dodge the first one around. Rock and roll. And hit him up with an agile flamethrower and then a strong one as usual. So flamethrower is neutral. What's still super effective? Ground and rock. As well as ground. He's ice and rock. Interesting. If we were at the polar ice caps, hypothermia would have claimed the trainer's life about 3 times over by now. I mean, Ninetales is keeping us warm. All those fluffy tails gotta be good for something. And dodge that one. Yeah, we have to be just a little bit early. Okay, guess we were a little bit too eager. Oh wow, that is actually a very short window. I was mashing it there. We might actually have to time that one very precisely. So it's not just the delay, it's the actual window we have to do it. That's very, very short. In that case, actually, Kayla, why not bring it on home for us? Or Usagi could just punch him once and watch him explode. You know what, I want to see it happen. Especially since it's probably a ground-type move coming up. Although they did change the speed in this game, so he probably has... Oh, never mind. Still isn't his turn immediately. See what we got out of that quadruple effectiveness. Ah, still not quite enough. That's a new move. I'm sorry, Usagi. Maybe that wasn't the best of ideas. James, you could use the XP. Although technically Aaron could use it even more. There we go. Oh, I put my Joy-Cons under the desk again. So it did lock out one of my controls there. Now that that's finally over, how are you doing this evening, Cave? It's been quite a while. Ah, look at my boy. In all of his majesty. Now, where does that leave us? Are there any are there any more plates we need? The final noble quilt. Welcome, Sagittarius. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Garrick, sir, you needn't look quite so downcast.
But seeing Mighty Avila quelled, And by such a slight child. A child that fell from the very sky. Is this Xander boy some kind of monster in disguise?
He's no monster. He's the one who risked his life without a second thought in order to quell our frenzied, suffering nobles. Xander, Garrick cares for the Burl clan with all his heart, and believes in almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. Ear it up with that voice.
So he has fear.
More than any of... I can't do it. I can't do it without corpsing. More than any of us, that getting involved with the Diamond Clan and your Galaxy team would cause our people to flag their devotion to almighty Sinnoh. But that will change.
Ear it up.
I know your fears will change once you see what I've seen. Xander has much to teach us. He's shown us how we can overcome all manner of strife, so long as our Pokemon are with us. He's made... Look at that power stance he's got. He just can't put his arms at his sides. He's always got to be flexing. You sounded like Vegeta for a moment. He's made me want to help Glaceon realize greater strength as well, and to see my whole world grow broader. I can't remember what he sounds like.
It seems you've already changed, Irida.
Have you pieced together what almighty Sinnoh is? I mean, I'm guessing they're, doing some whole time-space thing, fighting over which one is the proper deity. So either they're just arguing over the ambiguous existence of Dialga and Palkia, like that statue in, that one city in Diamond and Pearl. Or Arceus itself. These two really shouldn't be ones in the coldest part of the region. You quelled every last frenzied noble. So is that space-time rift going to start closing up now, or what? There's little way of knowing for sure. Though the rift does seem perhaps a little smaller somehow. Let's hope so, anyway. Well, with any luck, things will settle down now. Although even if the rift does start spitting out more of that strange lightning, we should be alright as long as we got Xander. Indeed we should be. It's good to have him at our side. You know something, Irida. We may never agree on who's got it right about almighty Sinnoh, but you Pearl Clan folk aren't all bad in my book. She's shocked. Look who's finally seen reason. Anyway, now that we've called the last noble, I say we pay grim old Commander Kamado a visit and see if he finally cracks a smile for us. I guess there isn't much else for us to do here. I don't even know if there's different Pokemon to be found out here. Let's see. Looks like maybe an Ursa ring down there, or that's literally just the crystals. Yeah, it's just the crystals. Okay. Really doesn't look like there's anything too unique or special down here. I will, however, take this little... Oh! Dusclops! Happy to see you again. Yeah, it's all the same Pokemon over here. In that case, we'll be on our merry way. Although, I wonder if we'll actually be blocked off from the next area, due to having insufficient research. Monster check. I imagine this won't be too much to advance us. Yeah. We've got a way to go.
Fantastic stuff. As always, I'm sure the commander is eagerly awaiting your report. To the village.
And time for more potato mochi in a moment, I'd imagine. Allow you to float a possibility. However, what if both clans are right about Almighty Sinnoh? Then, yeah, if you are hinting me that, and please do try to avoid going a bit too much further, I imagine it is kind of that, ambiguous combination of them. Move all, and we'll look through our inventory here of anything we don't need too many of. And Stardust. Say more of it would be spoilers. Or there's possibly a, split parallel universe thing here going on. That would be my only other guess. We really left a bunch of tasks unfinished. I don't know, I kinda wanna get moving on to other Pokemon games. I will admit, I am ever so slightly disappointed by the fact that they dialed back on a lot of the combat mechanics in this game. And welcome, Usagi. How are you doing this evening? Alright, Kamado Dragon. Tell me what's going on.
Each of the Pokemon nobles became frenzied, and now each of them has been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think, peace would be restored to Hisui by the hand of our mysterious, rift-born helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn on a world restored to normalcy. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives.
You just killed a giant crab. What are you playing, Usagi? Gotta keep it more simplified for the different gameplay, and I would love to see future iterations go in this direction.
Go nourish yourself with the wallflower with yet more potatoes, and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget, the Survey Corps' work is not over. It does not end until our people can live here in Hisui, without fearing the Pokemon around us.
So we go. Monster Hunter. Wonderful franchise. One I could never get myself into.
Thanks for the nice sizable helping of potato mochi, Benny old chum. Oh, and if there's anything else that you'd recommend, by all means, bring it out.
Damn. I really need a new chair. It keeps creaking on me. Yeah, you can even hear it on the mic sometimes. Suppose it is time for a new chair. Having the nobles all quelled puts a grave threat to rest. Now it's time we focused on our survey work. Though, we still can't let our guard down around regular wild Pokemon, of course.
I certainly had my reservations as to whether Avalugg needed quelling. But if it means bringing calm to everyone, then I suppose we did the right thing.
Yeah, someone might have been under attack by some frenzied noble at this very moment, if Xander hadn't come falling out of the sky to us. I still wonder, though, just what is the space-time rift anyway? And what will make it finally go? Wait, if the rift were to vanish, would that leave Xander stranded here? Someone jumping between dimensions would have experience with this.
Well, our little team is certainly very practiced at investigating things by now. We'll look into the matter and find a solution, I've no doubt. And even if we don't, you'll always have a home here in Jubilife Village, Xander. Now then, tomorrow's soon upon us, and it'll be another hard day at work for the Survey Corps. Don't forget what we've got our sights on. Nothing less than a completed Pokédex.
There. I think the tea is dehydrating me a bit. That's right. We'll get it done, with Xander in the lead and me as the valiant assistant.
Assistant? Come on now, Akari, don't show yourself...
Yeah, this is definitely time for a bit more hydration. Welcome, Moemon Charizard. There's a ROM hack I haven't ever played.
Come on now, Akari. Don't sell yourself short. You're a full-fledged member of the Survey Corps, too.
Well, thanks for that, Professor. Then I guess I'd better eat my fill and get plenty of energy for another long day tomorrow. I'm doing quite well this evening, Moemon Charizard. Had a very wonderful weekend, and we are in the... We are in the twilight hours of this game's plot, I would guess. Before we investigate, let me grab a little bit more lemonade for my tea. Char, will do. And I will take just a moment to be right back. You know, it's kind of funny. Maybe I should dial back on the tea bit by bit. Bring me my face. There it is. And so we return. Tea actually does dehydrate you slightly, depending on how strong it is, which I do like my tea strong. So maybe it's not the best choice for a streamer beverage. For some reason, you feel like something bad has happened. Must have been the mochi. Oh, dear. Xander? Welcome back, Mexican Tail. Things are definitely heating up. Looking like I walked over to an Oblivion Gate.
Some sort of dreadful energy seems to be pouring from the rift in space-time. Now the entire sky has gone red.
I've word from the commander. You're to report to his office at once. The end is coming! Just woke up, and good morning, Mexican Tail. The way the sky has changed. It is ominous. Very ominous indeed. What's this about, Commander? You did call us here to discuss the quelling of all the nobles, didn't you?
That can wait. There's a more pressing concern here that must be addressed. The first strike of that strange lightning. The one that drove Cleavor into a frenzy. It struck the night that Xander fell from the sky, did it not? It only seems natural to think that the two events might be linked in some way. Who or what are you, really, Xan?
Oh no! It's time for torches and pitchforks. Hey, I'm a friend. Look at my trustworthy center-parted hair and large circular glasses. There's no way I could be sinister.
Indeed, you've done all I ordered, but that does not answer the question of who you really are.
Commander Charmander, I think you are the only one that suspects Xander. He's done no harm this entire time.
You came from the rift, as did the lightning. You're connected to these frenzies, are you not? Did you think to gain our trust by quelling the frenzies you yourself brought about? And having gained our trust, what then? What is it you're really after here?
Hold on, Commander. There's nothing to suggest Xander has wronged us. Exactly. And besides, do you really think he's got the sort of fearsome power it'd take to make all this happen?
Let me ask you in turn. Can you prove beyond a doubt that he is free from guilt? This person, this stranger appeared out of a rift in space-time. Who here can guarantee he is who he says? Who here can guarantee he is to be trusted?
But that's... No one can do that. You're asking us to prove a negative. How is anyone supposed to prove the absence of all doubt? Come on, let's be reasonable. What is Xander supposed to do, then?
He will be given the chance to investigate this latest disaster. But not as a member of the Galaxy team. He remains a suspect unless he can clear his name. There are those in our village who cannot trust a stranger like you who fell from the sky. And so I must ask you to leave. You are no longer welcome in the Galaxy team. Consider yourself banished from this village until you can explain why these calamities keep befalling our good people. No. Until you've restored our world to its rightful state and proven your innocence beyond doubt. Is that clear, Silene?
Yes, sir. How can you act so heartless? Don't you believe in Xander?
Do not attempt to intervene on his behalf. I will do what I must as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. But I have not forgotten your deeds, nor the unusual skill you have displayed. That is why I have chosen to let you walk out of here free, rather than clap you in chains.
And I'm sure my Pokemon would have something to say about that. Quite the political debate going on in class, I see. I'm not a political science professor, but it is a field of science.
You're to be expelled from the village.
Akari looks more than happy, honestly. What? Why? Orders are orders. Let's go. And so we leave with the sneers of everyone. Ah, how despondent. Everyone looks marginally upset. I wonder if anyone would celebrate our departure. Oh, you're all a bunch of filthy snot-nosed liars. Fine. Well, Galileo was hated in his time for proving the heliocentricity of our solar system. We can take it from here, man. Understood. However, the decision was mine to accept this stranger as a member of the Survey Corps. It is only right that I should personally escort him from the village into the Fieldlands camp. Ah! Fishy Raid. Welcome, everyone. How's your Monday evening going? I'll also see him off. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. As will I, naturally. Then, I'll mark you down as bound for the Fieldlands camp. Safe travels. Everything's going wonderfully, Undyne. Welcome, everyone who may be here for the first time. My name is Xander Turing. I am a professor Vtuber, which you'd kind of expect. With a design such as mine, I'd have an affinity for Pokemon. Spoilers ahead, we are currently on Pokemon's Legends Arceus, in, well, what seems to be the 11th hour of the story. Hence the very red and hexagonal sky. Welcome, everyone. You can expect me to be playing a lot of fighting games and roguelikes, although lately we've been focusing on viewer suggestions. We have Kirby tomorrow and Outer Wilds later this week. I'm also a frequent Guilty Gear player, should that be an interest of any of you. Ah, thank you, Sagittarius. How wonderful. And thank you very much. I can't believe the boss would do this. You were acting on his own orders when you quelled the frenzied nobles.
Quite right. Moreover, even if you did happen to fall from the sky, that hardly gives you the power to turn it red.
I mean, this is a video game, Char. We are essentially in a simulation.
This is utterly intolerable, and, I might add, absurdly unscientific.
Thank you!
As a man of science, thank you, I must fight such illogical thinking tooth and nail.
You must not. You will only cause Xander more pain if you are driven out as well for defending him. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were all looking for an excuse to kick him out, with his taste in fashion. However, there are others who might offer help. You've been an aid to both the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan.
Of course. Perhaps Adaman or Irida might take you in. Though, I'm afraid they're both already returned to their respective settlements.
Perhaps you could try to go find Leon first. He's likely to be at Grand Tree Arena. Don't die alone out there. That's an order. I will ensure you have all you need to complete the survey the commander has tasked you with. If I might offer my advice, in this life, you will meet with both admiration and abuse from others. Xander, shush. Am I peeking the mic? Am I actually yelling into the mic? I can't tell. I don't have, my eyes over. What if I were to yell for... Okay. Yeah, I think I might be peeking the mic a little bit. Let's turn that down, dial it back just a tad. How others choose to view you is a choice only they can make. You cannot make it for them. Silene does kind of have best girl energy. Although I do have an affinity for our barber friend, just because I have an obsession with red hair. Hint, hint. All that truly matters is that you hold firm to your own values.
What of the dream I first shared with you on Prelude Beach? To complete the Pokédex. That dream simply won't come true without you.
And we're off. Quite the distance to traverse. Better done, not on foot, but by hoof. Out of my way, beavers. Tonight we ride. Ooh, wait, hold on. Okay, good. We can pick that up while still on horseback. You also have an affinity for Arceus and Anthe. It's between those two and Silene for best girl. While we still have not yet gone through the entire roster here, there may even be surprises for us in the future. God, it feels like it was, what? Well, this is the 9th stream, so that would mean it was 2 months ago when we were last here. What a time it has been. More flowers to pluck. Perhaps wandering through the earlier zones might be a little bit better. After all, it seems significantly more accessible for us to get ourselves some medicinal links and various other trinkets to help. Quick travel isn't as cinematic. I'm glad you're on the same wavelength, James. You know exactly what we're going for here. We gotta bask in that crimson glow. After all, knowing what I do about Pokemon games, we are unlikely to get to experience this again. Wow, that is a lot of medicine plants. Yeah, why would we quick travel? We gotta make this dramatic. Out of my way, Bidoofs. Oh, that's convenient. This part of the game is surprisingly chill, with quite the imposing soundtrack to go along with it. Does everyone remember the, moment in Ruby and Sapphire where it's either intense sunlight or the never-ending drizzle? I actually took a moment to discover one time when I went back to play it. If you go far enough, you still have the sun effects, but everyone's dialogue is still the same. If you go back to any of the earlier areas in the game. You! What in the world did you do? Look at the size of that rift! If lightning starts pouring from it, all the Pokemon in Hisui could be thrown into a frenzy. That's not quite a southern accent, is it? The entire clan's in a panic now. Should have known that the only thing that would come from that rift was disaster. You, I need your help. Help? Oh, well, that's not exactly something I can do. It's not that I wouldn't like to help you, but it would put Irida in a difficult position. I truly do wish I could repay you for quelling Cleaver's frenzy as you did. You must know that. But there's nothing I alone can do for you. Warden Mai might be able to help you, though. She's a caring woman, after all. Kayla, the way I'm normally speaking is my accent. This is what a Texan sounds like. Although not one who just lives out in the countryside. I do admit I am in a relatively urban location, so perhaps I can't add in too much Texan here. You'll most likely find Mai at the Warren Bridge. I believe it's a very significant place for her. Reading chat again. I'm certain that somewhere in the vastness of Hisui, there's a place for you as well. Yeah, I kind of like the background music. Well, not so much that it's music, but it does have quite the strange ambience. No judging, you lived over a flower mound when you were living in Texas. Oh, you lived over in Flower Mound. I actually don't know where that is. Oh, you know it's time for drama. There is indeed a place for someone everywhere in the world. Or, wait. I did that backwards. There's a place for everyone somewhere in the world. Be on their merry way. Sometimes wish you could go back to the state of the world whenever. It's far more chill than when the Hoenn gangs did it. In Pokemon Platinum, I actually made a bit of a travel back to the, wait. Was it possible to go back to the Distortion World? I can't remember. I feel like I was able to go there more than once. Closest to Louisville. Oh, if it's up in DFW, that's gonna be a bit out of my area. My, what a frightful sky. Such a disturbing sight would be enough to put anyone ill at ease. It was to get the Egregious Orb. Okay. That's still probably my favorite set piece in all Pokemon. The Distortion World was wild. You don't know what brought this about, do you? I'm trying to find out, quite scientifically, even. I suppose it was too much to expect that you could have already have an answer to this. I heard from our leader what happened. You can't return to that village of yours, can you? But I'm afraid the Diamond Clan cannot be the ones to save you. The Diamond Clan would end up at war with the Galaxy team if things went badly. I think you would regret that as much as anyone. The Great Weirdeer took a liking to you. I want to offer you my support, but forgive me. I cannot help you in this. Do not abandon hope. Time solves all things. And besides, you seem to have a talent for making your own way in the world. I have no doubt you'll continue to find a path to walk. Moment of silence for the ambience. And who do we have here? What's on your mind, little guy?
Fucking Shanks! It's my boy, the Shanks!
Welcome, Lex. No, we have a human back at home. Humans at home? Just VTubers? Ah, is that not Cynthia, is it? Strange events seem to follow you wherever they go, don't they? Found you at last, Xander. I've been looking all over for you, you know? What would I do if I were to lose one of my favorite customers? Don't worry, I've already heard what happened. A good merchant knows well the importance of staying abreast of all the latest news. It seems you're in quite the pinch. No place for you among the Diamond Clan or the Pearl Clan. To say nothing of how poorly the Galaxy team has treated you. But not to worry. There are still corners of the Hisui region where we can stash you away in secret. Am I being child trafficked? I know a spot that will be the perfect hideaway. Leave it all up to me. And stuffed in a body bag. I'm doing quite well, Lex. Had quite the nostalgia trip of a weekend. Did a bunch of, retro gaming, funny enough. Here we are. I know, it's no palace. But you know the saying about beggars and choosers. I mean, by all means, that does look like quite the comfy tent. Ooh, quite the variety of crops just as well. Shirking your work to come pester me again? Even beneath the bleeding sky you never change. Who's this old hag? Old hag. Always a pleasure, miss. I missed the name. But I'm afraid I'm not here today to learn more of Hisui's myths and legends. No, oh. She just has white hair. Maybe she isn't quite an old hag. No, mistress, thank you. Just Kojita. Or is it Kagita? Kojita is a kind of cheese, isn't it? I'll say Kagita. And this is? Why, Xander's the man of the hour. He's the one who quelled the frenzy of all the Pokemon nobles, believe it or not. Ah, the poor wretch you spoke of. Lost in time and space. Lex, keep it safe for work in the chat. Dear me, Lost One. Seems I'm able to fulfill my duty at long last, thanks to you. Duty? Indeed. I am to guide you, Lost One. For the task of preventing great disaster falls to you. The rift in space-time must be mended, lest time and space themselves be thrown out of balance. But come, you may enter my dear hideaway. There's much to be told. I do love the hat. I will give that to her. I'm a sucker for the wide-brimmed hats like that. Scrabble is PG-13. Sure, Lex, sure. The space-time rift is said to be a portal to innumerable other dimensions. In one such realm, far and farther still from ours, dwells Almighty Sinnoh. The expanse from antiquity to eternity, and the expanse to all sides, above and below. Time traces the path we tread from here and now into the future, while space yawns all-encompassingly, surrounding us in every direction. You see, don't you? The two together, time and space, comprise all creation, the universe. How can one claim that either is greater than the other, as those two clans do? In fact, I usually just say space-time as one word. And welcome, Error. Good evening. Perhaps the truth is clearer to a wanderer such as you, one who has known other ages. Now, listen, Lost One. Here is what you must do. Hisui holds 3 lakes of great importance. Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. At each dwells a Pokemon said to embody one aspect of the mind. Complete the trials each will set you, and bear their gifts to the Shrouded Ruins. There you may receive the red chain. With it, perhaps you can bind the world together. Bind the world, you say? You mean it won't close the rift? Kindly spare me your doubts, young man. I know the old words and what they bid us do. How true they are isn't mine to know. And, regardless of their truth, I am bound to pass them on. How callous of my ancestors, to leave their legends to their children without a thought for the hardship it would cause them. But here we are. You know your duty, and you'll do it, won't you? Obviously. If anyone would be up to the task, it would be yours truly. There is nobility in knowing what must be done and seeing to it. You can see the locations of 3 lakes marked on your arc phone. I think we actually took quite the look at one of them earlier. Mistress Kogita. That's gonna be weird. Mistress Kogita has got a lovely workbench here. And if you need materials, I'll be glad to help. I'm always happy to do business with you. I could go for a nap. No need to worry about that. If you don't draw too much attention, I imagine you could steal a bit of shut-eye at one of the base camps. What was that cry? Have we now a lost Pokemon as well as a lost child? Do see to it, please. Welcome back, Chara. How could I refuse you, ma'am? Oh, he's hitting on her. Guess he's got a taste in older ladies. or those with quite the light complexion on their hair. Is this Silene's Abra, perhaps? Hello, hello, it's an Abra! Where did you teleport in from, little fellow? And it's got a letter. A letter addressed to you, Xander. Ooh, pixel art is fun. Take a closer look at the letter. To Xander. You may use a Pokemon as a go-between to access the pastures in Jubilife Village. Oh, my Pokemon. I've also ensured that you'll be able to utilize our base camps without issue. I have every confidence in your ability as an adept Survey Corps member to bring this bizarre situation under control promptly. Sincerely, Silene. Survey Corps Captain, Galaxy Expedition Team, quite the title. Extremely verbose. Good tidings from the letter, then. It's a secret. After all, I don't trust Cynthia or anyone that looks like her. So, now then, we're to visit Three Lakes. It doesn't sound like an easy task, that's for sure. It sure would be wonderful to have a kind soul who might help us out. Quite the opportunist, aren't you, Volo? Such a consummate guild merchant. I've managed to reassure my people for now. The wardens are keeping a close eye on their nobles, too. Seems all's quiet for the oh, wait. I didn't see we switched over to Adaman. Seems all's quiet for the moment. And so, here we are. But still, we'll never get away with openly aiding you. If we're to undermine the commander's direct orders, relations would grow strained. Long story short, we want to help, but without drawing attention. So it'll just be one of us. Me or her, it's up to you. Though the answer should be obvious. Ooh. Why don't I throw that up for a vote in the class? 'Cause I can't pick. He's cool, but she's cute. I'll give y'all a couple of minutes to vote on that. I'm going to grab myself yet another drink. Should be done brewing the tea, so I will be back to see what everyone's opinion is. Oh, and Char, unfortunately, I actually don't play ROM hacks very often, but as quite the bit of a Pokemon fan, I look forward to doing that on the future in this channel. I do try to depart for as little of time as possible. I'll be over here. And welcome, Ruby. A new face. James does have his vote for Irida. Scoot back up. And I will say, I had Diamond version when I was little. So I did get Dialga first, and if I wanted to even things out, as I have my appreciation for some sort of metaphorical symmetry, I'll go with the Pearl side. Of course you chose me! I was the one who got you what you needed when you first set out to quell Cleavor. You and I made his bombs together. Seems we have 2 votes in that direction. Let's go. Just what I would expect of you, Xander. You made the right choice. You won't regret it. So then, the leftover leader will... Leftover? Think again. Xander trusts me enough to leave the tough job up to me alone. I'll be keeping an eye on the commander, so I can't let you all know if anything happens. Oh, so I can let you know. I am awfully low on the screen. Nudge me up just a little bit. And while we're at it, bring that microphone a tad closer. There. Of course, of course. And the lucky chosen one comes with us to the lakes. We can fill you in on the details as we go. Good evening, Ruby. How have you been? Well, the first task will be to decide which of the Hisui region's 3 Great Lakes to visit first. But yes, we should get moving. I'd rather we walk this road together, but if the commander were to get wind of it, it would only make things worse. I'll meet you at whichever lake we chose. Sanji. Alright, Irida. You and Xander. Well, you two do what needs doing. It was storming like mad here last night. Quite wild. And, Chara, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the description of every YouTube stream, there should be a link to the Discord. As well, there should now be... Oh, wait, I don't need to activate guides. I just picked my favorite. Can we harvest any of these? No. Curious. And we can do a little bit of crafting. I don't know if we'll need all these to be... we've got plenty of vivid chokes. We'll be fine. We also could use quite a few wing balls since we didn't have them before. I do believe we have our entire team together then, don't we? Although we can still swap out Electabuzz, everyone else here has found themselves a mainstay position. And off we go. Trial of Lake Verity. And then the other one would be over here, and then the last one is up north. Why not go in the order that we started with? Oh, Chara, I forgot to respond to you. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Zapdos. Followed quite closely by Haxorus and Metagross. He's still talking about mushrooms. Oh, and you're still talking about, Kricketot, it seems. It's a very good team, Ruby. Composed of a number of my students. Although we are still struggling to find an electric type of choice. We probably can just climb over these, right? This is what we brought Sneasler for. Oh, Chara, I don't know if my little heart could take it if you do that for me. Well, not necessarily for me, but... Ah. So we couldn't have been to many of these places before. At least not until we got Basque Legion, for one. I do see how we can get there much more easily. We gotta make this dramatic. And there's a sky tumblestone, since we would have only come over here later in the game. Grab ourselves another iron chunk. And set up for quite the cinematic reveal. Oh, hello, different Abra this time. And wait, grab the flower. I said grab the flower. There. You're able to Skyrim horse your way up the cliffs. Speaking of, I kind of want to do a Skyrim stream, but it might be a while before I have the ability to handle that on top of a VTuber rig. I did, about a year ago, upgrade the 2K monitors, and I can only do Skyrim about, 40 FPS it feels like. And heavens no. Running a VTuber rig alongside that would be a nightmare. Welcome, Meow. A good evening to you. They say this lake used to actually be a volcano. Then it erupted, leaving a huge crater that was filled with water, and so Lake Verity was born. It is protected by a Pokemon called Mesprit. And Aaron, welcome! It was when Mesprit took flight that people first learned the joys and sorrows of living. Or that's how the old tales go, anyway. Aha! Well, that's the way we open up. 3 favorite types. Electric, steel, and... Oh, fairy, obviously. Look at this dank meme. Open sesame. That cave, it just appeared from nowhere. Is that the arc phone the professor was going on about? What surprises wait within, I wonder? Mistress Kagita seemed quite intent that you would have to prove yourself to all 3 of the Pokemon that guard these lakes. The challenge was never for the faint of heart.
Open sesame! Well, that's about all I can do.
The air somehow feels tense in here. That is not Mesprit. You and your Pokemon handled or quelled Hiswee's nobles. You can handle any battle, Xander. I've got just the gravel-eating solution to you. Wait, that is very much the wrong button. Although, Aaron could still do quite a bit of havoc. Oh look, his eyes follow us. Isn't that precious? This was the button I was looking for. Although now Aaron is scowling at us for not... Oh. We... recommend catching the... Oh! We can catch them. In that case, I do think I'll focus up. Okay, yeah, Gudra's definitely going to survive. That might need a moment to reconsider. Go, Aaron, the Pokemon with a lower level. Wait. Dragon and Steel? Dragon and Steel. Interesting. Let's see what that first high horsepower can do for us. A wonderful start. Let's see. Oh, that's right, we did run out of Ultra Balls. This is unlikely to work. Water, Dragon, and Psychic. All very good types and all quite synergistic. That seems to be a new move. Oh. Quite troublesome. Who's good against Steel? Kayla should do the best overall. Oh, it's not Mud Slap, that's Mud Bomb. So that still will have quite a bit of power behind it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Aaron. I was hoping this could have worked just marginally better. Hey, if Kayla had an ability, she could have Storm Drained through that. I don't think Ancient Power would cause KO. Or it could just do basically no damage whatsoever. Oh, you had buffed defensive stats. That'd explain a lot. While we are here... Kayla, because you have the defense to survive. Let's rock and roll. Oh. Gotta tilt my head at that one. I guess just keep throwing balls. Let's see, a wing ball probably wouldn't have a bonus chance. Just for a laugh. Let's go ahead and try this. Goodbye, Ruby. Oh, never mind. Sure is a great animation for that move. Good job, Game Freak. You know, on that note, I mean, I do love me some Pokemon, so maybe I can start picking up a lot of, ROM hacks sometime in the future. Maybe for whenever I engage for longer streams. Wing balls still are great balls, got it. It's curious, but when I watch you in your Pokemon battle, it's as if there's no obstacle that can't be overcome if people in Pokemon work together. Now, let's see about the Pokemon of the lake. Wing balls always work when it feels like they shouldn't. Noted. Still as precious as ever, even though you look like just a Mew ripoff. Mesprit was the first one I ever caught. Your emotions. Share them with me. Well, it's not like it could get worse. Nothing worse than that water shader that was giving me a weird outline. I can only imagine how it must feel to speak directly with a Pokemon like that. When you fell to this land, what stirred in your heart? I'll go for the most verbose option. How did it feel to bond with Pokemon and work together? I mean, you gotta love your little friends. Or are they pets? Partners is one of the favorite words I hear. What did you feel when you mingled with Hisui's clans? It's full of quite some interesting characters, I must say. What did you feel when cast out of the Galaxy team? I got to meet a cute old lady. I accepted it. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. We won't be quizzed on our answers later, will we? Mesprit's plume. It looks like a letter more than anything too special. In lore, they're like the legendary Mews. Other Mews are the generic mass-produced copies. Ah! So it's the other way around. I do feel like they've gone quite a bit back on how Mew was handled, because wasn't it supposed to be the ancestor of all Pokemon for a while? And then Gen 4 they said, no, here's God. Right, we can buy Ultra Balls from the shop guy. I know that Pokemon spoke with you, yet the words did not reach my ears. It's mysterious, but I suppose when dealing with someone who fell from the sky, it's only natural to encounter mystery. Next, on to Lake Valor and Lake Acuity. Thank you for the advice, Sagittarius. I will do just that. Looks like that worked out well, Xander. I must say, you know an awful lot about Hisui, Volo. I suppose a merchant like you sees all sorts of things in their travels. That's right. You could say it's because I'm a merchant, but mostly I'm just naturally filled with curiosity. I want to know exactly what happened in the past that led us to this particular present. Or, more accurately, I suppose, I want to know where I came from and where I'm headed. I want to know my path, so to speak. The same goes for me. Our clan settled at the very spot where our forebears once beheld Almighty Sinnoh. But I have still never seen Almighty Sinnoh for myself. Weighty matters to ponder for sure, but we have an important task before us. Do you want to return to Mistress Kogita's home? We'll be fast traveling around a lot, so I think... Then we'll go ahead and see you there when you join us. And here we go. Volo talking like he's sus. Mew is still the ancestor of the Pokemon on Earth. The Lake Guardians, Regigigas, Unknown, and Creation Trio were all created directly by Arceus separately from Mew. Do tell, where are you acquiring a lot of this lore, James? I'd like to know. I'd consider myself a Pokemon expert, but here I am being the student. Ultra Balls? You said from the shop guy, am I looking at the wrong person? Or what did we... Oh, wait. We can't craft them yet. Oh, actually, while we're here... Oh, wait. No, it was... you I speak with, right? Yeah, there we go. Level 58, Steel and Dragon! Well, I'm finally happy to see more of that type representation. After all, Duraldon was sort of underwhelming, I must say. Aw, why do you look sad? Don't be sad. I do love my steel types, and I do prefer my dual types to my electrics. Z and Marky are special. They get to be monotypes on the team. I wonder, do you have any other moves? Quite the variety. Just noticed Outer Wilds on the new schedule. Indeed! I'm quite excited for this Thursday. I think we're good to go. Although, actually, I do prefer Iron Head to Iron Tail. Let's be on our way. You get your knowledge from playing the games and watching videos about the lore. Luxton is one notable source of that info in that regard. Onward we go. Do we need to... so we have to go to the ancient retreat and then here, okay. Curious. We have more cutscenes to get through. I see how it is. Mesprit's plume. So the legends told it true. Then the red chain must be real as well. I beg your pardon, Kagita, ma'am. But what do these Pokemon that represent the mind have to do with this red chain? And why exactly should it bind the world? Your doubt suggests a keen intellect. I see you're not your clan's leader for nothing. Buy Ultra Balls. From who? I might have missed it, Sagittarius. From the Galaxy members at any camp. I tried. I don't think I saw them. I think I just saw regular Pokeballs. We'll give it another look here in just a moment. Without the mind, were the rift to widen and the very world to end, would we even know it? Posture check. I'm leaning a bit too far forward. One might even say the world, time, space, all creation, exists only because our minds are there to perceive it. The, anthropic principle, I believe. That would be the weak anthropic principle. I think that's it. Perhaps the red chain's purpose is to let one see creation as it truly is. What? So does the mind create the world? But isn't it the other way around? Or is it... Such are myths, my child, teaching us about the world in their own incomprehensible ways. They urge us to think more for ourselves, on the nature of Almighty Sinnoh and on the nature of the world in which we dwell. You're absolutely right. Myths and legends are such fascinating things to study. In any case, all you have to do is complete 2 more trials and we will get the red chain. How nonchalant you sound. How confident of successes to which you contribute nothing. You tag along only for the chance to gawk at more ancient ruins. Yeah, that's exactly why I went for the hard G, Sagittarius. I was thinking it was cogito ergo sum. Since she's talking about thinking so much. Ah, alright, let's test that hypothesis. No, I don't see an Ultra Ball here. I can, however, sell all my Stardust. And then soon, we may go back and ask Baggin, Lord of Pockets, for his forgiveness. Haven't been doing the shop quest. Oh, there's shop quests. I didn't know that. There's a lot of stuff I've missed then. How nice to finally know that. Yeah, I'll admit, I've kind of been speeding through this one. What the? Okay, fine. He's trying to assert his dominance over here. That is a very big Sneasler. That thing's like as tall as a... I feel like that thing might even be taller than a human adult. Actually... No, wrong key. We can probably just soar our way there directly. Quest from Tao Hua. Unlock more stuff in the shops. To be noted, that would be a very good thing to... Oh. I kinda wish I knew that earlier. Would have been nice to have more stuff. Sneezer looks like it's trying to kidnap you. With little eyes in the box. It does make me laugh. Do you know about Lake Valor? It's said to have been formed by a volcanic eruption, much like Lake Verity. Though there are also other theories that say it was carved out in the midst of a Pokemon battle. This lake is protected by the Pokemon Azelf. When Azelf took flight, the will to do what needs doing was born in people's hearts. Or, that is what legend would have us believe. Your ARC phone is beeping. Oh. This time, the phone just says L plus ratio. Oh, a cave appears where there was none, as if just for Xander. Let's head in, Xander. I imagine strong Pokemon could wait inside, protecting the Pokemon of the lake. Take care. It's so weird having to walk up and then press A. What an eerie space. Why would there be columns inside a cave anyway? Oh, is that a, Quillfish evolution? Presumably, I'd say poison, then. Let's try leading with Gudra. Yeah, Arceus is saying open sesame. Overquill. Interesting. Let's see. All moves are neutrally effective. A little bit of extra defense should let us get through. Poison and Dark. Interesting. Kinda wish we'd get more new type combinations rather than a few that we've seen quite a few times before. A blind man walks into a bar. End of story. I think letting Usagi in there to do a bit of sleep powder might help. Really dislike the shelter animation considering it how it's a signature move. Okay, oh wait, right. Switching is different in this game, so I can't just outright switch in someone new. Ah, noted. I forgot, it's not like you can predict someone's turn. It's literally just you switch, and then they see who the new person is. Super effective might be a bit too powerful, so let's go for an agile ancient power. Fine enough. Oh. Well, this better be the ball that works. So we go. And I think that might be the end of the story. How disappointing. Ho hum. I knew you could do it, Xander. And here comes the Azelf. I suppose we could have just kept throwing balls and let it hit itself against, Gudra again and again. Show to me unyielding will. Strike me if you can. Oh, we get a different challenge. You have saved before trying to catch it. True. Given that I am streaming, I don't... Well, for one, I wouldn't have expected it to have double edge, and two... I actually haven't been streaming, except until the end of streams. Or, I haven't been saving since I've been streaming. Good night, Char, and thank you for your attendance. I will admit I'm not entirely that concerned with a lot of these side quests and such. I kinda want to get on to, a couple of the different Pokemon games. A bit more than this one. Although I will hop on Scarlet and Violet when they come out, most likely. So you vanish the instant I throw. Will you abandon this folly? No. I know the willpower joke here. Pokemon Unite, maybe. Sorry, that is a hard no. I don't play MOBAs. Rule of thumb. I'm very sorry, but that one is not something you will convince me otherwise on. Maybe if I speak with one of my associates, who plays a lot of it. But on my own, sorry, hard no. It seems you had best give up. Will you continue regardless? Until we run out of exhaustible dialogue. Give up. You struggle in vain. Will you yet press on? I mean, the slow cutscenes is kind of painful, but... Oh, you just waited that time? Hit its back. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. I thought we just had to keep doing it, since this is the willpower of the little emotion gremlins. Azelf's Fang, interesting. Still looks like just a letter. That looked exhausting, but only one more to go now. Thank you for clarifying, James. Who knows? Okay. If all of you convince me enough, then I will hit up my boy Sam and see if he's willing to teach me the ways. Although you won't catch me playing that game alone, really, ever. And maybe not more than just a collab or two. I assume all went well, Xander. Still, I must wonder. Why don't they just give us the red chain? Why all this running about? Perhaps they mean to test whether whoever seeks it is worthy. Perhaps you are right. Who knows what would happen if it fell into the wrong hands, after all? Though, on the other hand, what use would those wrong hands have for it? Who can say for sure? Maybe the red chain has some other use besides mending the world. The red chain's mysterious as the entire predicament we're in. But if we continue visiting the lakes, we'll get closer to an answer. Yeah, let's go back since I know I immediately have to do that. And can't purchase the Ultra Balls. Wonderful. Then we can see if Mistress Kogita has any more insights to share with us. Only MOBA I ever liked was Heroes of the Storm. I tried quite a few other ones. Couldn't get into it. Didn't like League. So, that's Azelf's Fang. I sense a warmth to it. I do have to wonder if anyone else has ever completed the trials of these lake Pokemon. Indeed. Yet we may want to add just a dash more speed. Things in Jubilife Village are tense. What makes you say so? It seems a Pokemon's been glimpsed on the other side of the rift. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants informed me that Master Kamado has raised a force. Not to survey the Pokemon, but to subdue it, should the need arise. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants? You make it sound as if you're not one of them. Now, if a Pokemon were truly were to appear from beyond the rift, what would become of everyone, I wonder? Don't let Hisui's great vastness stop you, Xander. Let's go get the final item we need. That's the spirit. I'll come watch this historic moment unfold, too. Watch? Is that all you really do? Remember, once you've sought the third lake and found what's needed for the red chain, make for the shrouded ruins. And we will do that right after this break. see you all in just a few minutes. Get that out of my sight, and get me in your sight. So we resume. Don't think we need to make any other accommodations. We'll be on our way out of here. Up north we go, to the final lake. Sitting here at the very northernmost tip of the, well, Hisui region, but you all know it's the Sinnoh region. And quite the talk about, unite in the chat, although I will admit, all that conversation is alien to me. Oh, hello there.
Hello there!
Sith Lords are my specialty. Or did he say our specialty? One of those two. Move, you darn bird. We must traverse our way to the very top. And I see just the path we can take. Rather than going up through that accursed temple again. You know, I wouldn't mind actually just doing a lot of, Pokemon runs in the future. Like Evolved Games, or Nuzlockes, or ROM hacks. I actually think that's a little niche I could dig my heels into. Just from the conversations earlier, I'm thinking a bit about, looking at some of those old games again. Perhaps that will eventually occupy a mainstay position on the channel. And here we go. Here we are. Lake Acuity. You know, I've been told it actually contains seawater as well. Nobody knows why though. Could be a fluke of geography, or perhaps it's connected to a Pokemon somehow. Lake Acuity is protected by the Pokemon Uxie. Is it Uxie or is it like Ushi? One of you will correct me. When Uxie took flight, the knowledge to solve problems was born in people's minds. That's what the stories say, anyway. Your ARC phone is beeping. Hey, check out this cool Vtuber I found. Well, the X there doesn't help me. Chara, the X there is not phonetic. So is it Yuchi or Yuxi? Yuchi? I'm heading straight to the wiki. Bulba Garden is always reliable. Come on, take me there. Oh, so it's Yushi. Wait. Do they actually have... I don't think they have a phonetic pronunciation. Oh, wait, it's at the bottom, isn't it? Usually? Oh, it's an acronym of UMA. Gold Lewis moment. And Pixie. So it's Yuxi. Okay, I can get behind that. Yuxi. Okay, that's a little bit better, Chara. Thank you. A tool that can make caves simply appear from nowhere is quite a handy one to have. It's called a diamond pickaxe. I wonder what awaits inside. Ooh, that's another one. Minecraft. Ah, so many stream ideas. It all comes together once I actually spend more time streaming. I imagine there may be Pokemon in there, protecting the lake's guardian. Take care. Ah, if only I could do this for enough money to pay my bills. Those of you who are helping me get towards the point of being famous, thank you. I sense a chill in the air. What is this? Ah, here's the normal ghost I was waiting for. Could that be the dreaded baneful fox? Normal and ghost is only weak to dark, I believe. Of which I don't think we actually have any. Well, this will be an interesting fight for sure. And off we go. Why does Gudra look so sad? Also, it's so hard to tell from the regular Gudra. I will counter that with a bit of defense of my own. As you had not found the Hisuian Zora cave before this encounter. I didn't even know there was a cave for that. Which one are you referring to, Sagittarius? Ouch. We'll have to deal with it seems. You have a higher special attack, I know. Hello again, Loopy Boy. Zorak does have rather pitiful defenses, so we should be able to do this. Usagi, go ahead and get out there for a bit of a sleeping. Sleep powder, and... so it goes. Just to compare... your special attack is a mighty 213. I don't want to land a KO with Leaf Blade, but it's very likely. I'll risk it. Ah, it was enough. Ah, darn. Oh well, I'm not 110% concerned. If it comes to a point later in which I absolutely need a, Alpha Zoroark, I'll be back. You can find an alpha version of just about anything in the wild, I assume, right? When in doubt, dance then end their life. Yeah, James, but we were trying to not do the latter half of that. I will take a bit of dancing, though. The Baneful Fox. It is a Pokemon said to be filled with malice. We were told stories about it as children. And here's the Brainiac. Come, I will test your knowledge. Ooh, this one should be my specialty. Combi, Zubat, Unknown, Magneton, Dusclops. How many are there eyes? Tell me each, one by one, yet all at once. Answer me. Is it a memory puzzle, or is it a... Hold on. Is Yuxi going to read them off one by one? Ah, I didn't... let's see, it was... Combi, I think. Which would be... 6. And the second one was... Well, don't explicitly tell me the answer, Wooby boy. It's a puzzle. I'm supposed to solve it. Stunning UI. Hold on, we'll run it back. Yeah, if it's a puzzle, I'd like to solve it myself. Okay, Combi, which should be 6, Zubat 2. Wait, Zubat 0. So 6, 0, 1, 3, 1. Just as you said, I didn't actually record which Pokemon it mentioned. Okay, yeah, you were right. 6, 0, 1, 3, 1. Yeah, no worries, Whoopi. Thank you for your assistance, but as a professor and a brainiac myself, I'd like to try to push myself to solve every puzzle. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. Yuxi's claw. Doesn't look like you have much in the way of claws there. Amazing! You cleared all 3 trials of the lakes. You really are a wonder. And so now, we head back. Where was our last location? It would be up on Mount Coronet, right? It seems we finished the 3 lake trials. If I remember correctly, we were told to then head for the Shrouded Ruins. I don't know what could await us there, but I'm always excited to explore some ancient ruins. Let us be on our way. Back up here we are. The Shrouded Ruins. I'm not sure if I can quite make out every shape on here. Mist is so good at obscuring things, it's long been said to blur boundaries. I can make out Regigigas towards the bottom right. One in the top middle kind of looks like Palkia. So maybe the top right is Dialga, then. You thought Vela was a girl. I thought Silene was male, just because I know the characters they're based off of. If we're somehow to bring together the world of humans, the world of Pokemon, and the world of myth, then maybe we need a setting such as this. That being said, what are we meant to do now? It seems I've made it in time. You arrived just when you'd assembled all 3 gifts. Did you somehow see our progress across the distance dividing us? I had the aid of a rather remarkable Pokemon, if you really wish to know. Yeah, Silene is just Cyrus, but a waifu. Could you mean the Pokemon that flits about the Hisui region? Ah, but never mind that now. What about the red chain? How are we to forge it? I would hardly know. We speak of a divine instrument, one said to be capable of binding the very world. Do you really imagine it can be forged by mortal hands? I did see one of them that looked like a... Yeah, the bottom right one looks like Basque Legion. So presumably a lot of the others here are the, Pokemon that help us on our way. And what are we to do? Search the entire vastness of history for the answer? Ah, the Pokemon of the lakes. You received the red chain. So it was true. The pact our people have passed down for all these generations has been kept. At last, I can set this burden aside. You've succeeded once again, Xander. Yet, things do not seem to be going so well for the rest of the world. What have you heard now? I've some news from my fellow merchants in the Ginkgo Guild. It seems that the commander is going to forego waiting for our investigation to finish. He plans to climb Mount Coronet himself. Has he lost his senses? He plans to get close to the rift? To study it himself? Well, he doesn't yet know that our Xander has managed to get the red chain now, does he? He does need a Sneasler to get up there. That's true. There's no way he could. We need to tell him about the chain, and about everything Xander has achieved, before he sets out. So, swiftly we go. An actual model for the red chain. Surely it must have cost the entire budget. This is the only explanation. Xander? Welcome back! It's been grim here. We in the Survey Corps hardly even speak to one another lately. In the past hour that I've been away. But with you back, maybe Captain Silene's appetite for potato mochi will return. Anyway, wait here a minute, will you? I'll go and let the captain know you're back. Yeah, the man's gonna scale an entire mountain, minus one Sneasler. Dude's got some strength. Oh, my dear Xander. The professor's been awfully worried about you, Xander. Of course I was worried. But I don't think I could hold a candle to the distress you showed, Akari. That's blowing it out of proportion. I don't think it's appropriate for an adult to make things up just to hide their embarrassment. But, where is the captain? Wasn't she coming along with you, Professor? She's buried under a mound of work, I'm afraid. We're to join her in the Survey Corps office. It seems her hands are more full now that Commander Kamado's gone. Well, he set out for Mount Coronet with the Security Corps in tow. He's determined to handle this whole space-time rift business himself, including dealing with the Pokemon that's been spotted on the other side. That's why I was filling in for the regular guards, with Pikachu at the ready. Well, we aren't getting anywhere out here. Let's head inside and report to the captain. He just used one of Baggin's pockets to warp. Baggin, secretly the true final boss. So, you managed to not die, just as I ordered. Well done. Thank you for me not dying. Thank you for telling me to stay alive, I guess. I have no idea what you're implying. Tsundere. All I know is Abra vanished of its own accord, inconveniencing me greatly. Before moving forward, I must ask, I assume that you were here again because you've managed to learn something of use. I got this chain. Wanna buy it? Go on. A legendary tool said to bind the very world. Commander Kamado is no longer here in Jubilife Village. The security corps had been scouting the area near the space-time rift. They reported sightings of something on the other side of it. Something that resembled a Pokemon. The commander made the decision to take the security corps to the mountain, so as to prepare to fend off any possible threat. They were to make for the temple at the peak. However strong the commander himself may be, he should have gotten Xander to help. As the captain of the Survey Corps, I hereby order you to proceed as follows. Xander, take that red chain to Mount Cornet. Make your way to the peak and put an end to all this. You are officially reinstated at your former rank. Ho-ho! The plot thickens. Director Commando is going to fight the Hissy? Well, rip kimono. Are you certain you can do that with the commander away, Captain? If he didn't wish to let me decide things in his place, then he should not have left me in charge here. Then I'll go as well. We're all in this together, we members of the Survey Corps. Naturally, no one suggested you should not. Well, away we go. Just in case, I will make sure we have all of our progress up to this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's still 7 key items we're missing. Or, 7 plates. Ah, no Ultra Balls there either. If Kamado had wanted you to stay banished, he would not have appointed me. Did you find the commander, Xander? The commander's already at Mount Cornet. Already? How could a grown man like Commander Kamado be so restless? First expelling you, Xander, now this. I think he needs a stern talking to. The man's possessed, obviously. As the leader of the Pearl Clan, loyal to Almighty Sinnoh, who reigns over all space, I can go anywhere in Vastisui that I please. And now I'm going to stop the commander, and I think my cat is tearing up the bed. Don't do that, you scrunko. Who is the reckless one? Hey, you got run out of the village, right? But you still tried to find a way to help us all. That's right. Xander worked hard to get that red chain to help us. Too right, and a fine job he did, too. The Survey Corps is always hard at work for the sake of everyone here in the village, as well as the sake of our relations with Pokemon. Thanks. Here, take this. Ooh, we don't usually get many of those.
Time to kill God and eat mochi. And I'm all out of mochi.
Your orders are 3. 1. Make for the summit camp, and from there, the Temple of Sinnoh. 2. Use the red chain to resolve this mess. And 3. Return here. Alive! Off we go. Yeah, honestly, Sagittarius, I believe it's the latter. The man's just an idiot. I've heard the latest. So, you've been accepted back into the Galaxy team, have you? I suppose congratulations are in order. Here, some max potions from me to celebrate. Looks like the big moment is upon us at last. But no doubt it'll be fine. After all, you worked so hard to earn that red chain. Both Adaman and Irida have headed to the peak as well. My good friend Xander, I wish you great fortune in the battles to come. I would truly regret losing one of our most beloved and loyal customers. It seems Kamado intends to use the summit camp as a base of operations for this undertaking. As for me, I think I will set up shop closer to the temple itself. Or make sure Commander Kenobi does not come back alive. Ah, there's the rascal. Things certainly seem to have gotten out of hand. Well, if anything goes wrong, the great Melly will be here. For moral support, at least. He sounds completely different than last voice. I forgot what he sounded like. Perhaps playing these games a lot more densely might be good. After all, it would be less time in between streams, so I'd be far less likely to forget what voices I gave everyone. Right, we were blocked off from this cave before. Did you just use your I-beams on me? Oh, loud he coming. Bizarre instrumentation. But here we are, the long hallway before, presumably, our final encounter. Is that the Mochi Master himself? Oh, still alive and kicking? Sorry about having to shutter the wallflower. I'd much rather be there now, serving up some freshly grilled potato mochi. But that taskmaster Kamado's gone and left me to oversee our food supply. He always finds a way to put even these old bones to work. While I'm handling that, I suppose I'll handle you as well. Time we got rid of you once and for all.
Are you serious?
Or whatever, that really long laugh was. I'll make myself plain. As Kamado's right hand, I'm charged with executing all the gritty deeds Kamado can't or won't do himself. I gave him my word I'd get rid of any fools that might dream of getting in the way of his plans. And besides, it's not just Kamado who longs to live in a new home free of fear or strife. His dream is mine now, too. You've seen my smoke bombs before, right? Well, this is how you're meant to use them. When I heard you managed to quell those nobles one after another, oh, did it ever make my blood run hot and my heart pound. At last. At last. Well, that's a plot twist. One final opponent worthy of my great ninja techniques that have been left to molder all these long years. Well then. this shouldn't be we are gonna be greatly underleveled. Let's see, we will want... First off, the defense buff. Yeah, we are kind of drastically underleveled for this area. Is a ninja, uses Pokemon just like everyone else. True. I'll just do it again. Don't think I won't. Perhaps a stronger one would have been in order. We'll continue with Agile for the moment, just to try to keep up some speed. It's Wally's hairstyle. Really? I never would have pieced that together. Although the white and green probably would make sense. Well, that hurts, but luckily, Z should have just the solution for you. Yeah, he's a ninja. Of course he uses poison types. He's Wally but a ninja. Not what I would have expected. Get him, Z. You've got the extreme advantage here. Oh, well, there's the signal that he's Wally if anything would be. Luckily, Z has an excellent amount of... Really? Excellent amount of special defense. I suppose we don't have any specific best option here. Wow. Yeah, this one looks like it could be a little rough. Psychic and Fairy. Gudra would have been our best hope, but that's not really the case anymore, is it? But what can resist Psychic and Fairy? I guess... James, now's your time to shine. Huh, quite the bit of damage. Oh, okay, that's a button to see all the extra options. That's the first time I've seen that sparkling up there. It's not gonna change the speed tables. Damn. We can't send out Usagi just yet, because of the type disadvantage. So, Aaron, I think you could afford to target that weaker physical defense. Get her. Just to make sure it would work. The Gallade. Uh-oh. Psychic and fighting still, I believe. Let's see if Usagi can pull through here. Seems Wally's great-grandfather had a fondness for potato mochi. Oh, okay. Usagi's just cracked. And isn't going to have trouble whatsoever. Well, never mind. This will be incredibly easy. Go all out on that. Perfect. Just as I hoped. Dance is indeed busted, James. May if we got that off with an, agile style earlier, we could have actually swept through Gardevoir just as well. It seems my ninja techniques will soon be consigned to history. And all the XP for you two hoarding it. Wow. Very good, young one. Very good indeed. It's only a foolish ninja who tries to keep after a target they know they cannot beat. And to be honest, I don't hate you. Might actually like you after a fashion. At least for the skill you show in battle. But listen well, Xander. Pokemon are truly terrifying creatures. Kamado and I saw our hometown burned to the ground by Madam Pokemon running amok. We lost plenty of friends and comrades that day. That's why Kamado came here to Hisui to build a new home where people could live free from fear. But to achieve something truly great, you sometimes have to take extreme actions. If, hypothetical as it may be, a Pokemon were to appear from within that space-time rift, Kamado might lose hold of his reason. I don't think he has anything left. Save Kamado from himself. By force, if you must. Do that, and I'll stuff you full of more delicious potato mochi than a human stomach can handle. Is my team still just entirely KO'd? Ah, you're all back. The Void has a significant lack of grit rocks. Right, we could do a little bit of this too. We'll worry about that later. Wow, 26 hours. Quite the set of streams, I'd say. Onward up the imposing long tunnel we go. Yeah, the Gardevoir and Gallade basically sold that one as Wally. Well, here it is. Our very own Hall of Origin. You'd better take that red chain up to the top of the mountain. That Pokemon threatening to descend on the peak any moment now. I think it may be the almighty Sinnoh. But all this has to be stopped, and you're the only one who can do it. Almighty Sinnoh seems to be nearly here, but still the commander obstructs us. Out of my way, fools. You're clearly not powerful enough to handle this. Did he put on armor for this? The man's gonna try to wrestle with God. We respect it. You again. I've heard that this red chain of yours will bind the world. I assume that to bind the world means to hold the world together, keeping it as it's meant to be. A welcome idea. But can I truly put my faith in such tales? Look, you can trust me. I'm a professor, a scholar, a man of my word. Commander, please, be reasonable. I understand that you're bound to protect your people as commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. I have the same duty towards my clan. But doubting Xander like this, you're not just wrong, you're a fool. Foolish samurai warrior, wielding a magic Pokeball, stepped forth to oppose me.
Perhaps you are right. But if I were to simply place my faith in this boy, and that faith were to be betrayed, then how could I possibly face my people?
You may think you're the only one desperate to protect the people of Jubilife, but you're not. Xander's putting his life on the line as well.
Fine. Enough! Let fate decide what happens next. Whichever of us is stronger will prevail. Face me with your Pokemon, Xander. Today we battle in earnest. General Kamisato, I've been expecting you.
Look at how majestically his mustache wiggles in the wind. Ah, James, this isn't really much of a type matchup for you. Luckily, your special defense is exceptional. For a little bit of a bump there. Oh, wow. If it's not poison or steel, James will not back down. Yet sadly, the ones who contribute the most to the fight are the ones who miss the spoils. This ain't right. If James is putting in all this hard work, then he should be able to get the XP for it, right? Ah, what shame. Luckily, you've left yourself wide open. You fool, putting out a normal type here. He really is the foolish samurai warrior. I'll keep it agile style just to make sure we can keep it up. For any of the future turns to come by. And now Usagi just MVPs his entire team. Easy. We should still have plenty of damage on you, right? A critical hit. Really, you're gonna waste a turn like that? You're only increasing my own power level. Which means if we get a crit again, this should be basically a one-shot, right? Though we can run it strong style just to make sure. And goodbye, Clefable. You sure wasted a max potion, didn't you? Oh. This ain't gonna be any bit of an issue. Wow. Yeah, The new Lilligant is absolutely busted. Give him a 1, and we won't need a 2. James, your sacrifice was quite noble.
Any Pokemon that threatens our life here must be eliminated.
His tank is dead. The rest stand no chance.
You truly are a force to be reckoned with. Xander, the fates have decided. I concede. And I apologize sincerely for doubting you.
Commander Kamado?
I know I have no right to ask it of you any longer. But please, use that strength of yours for the sake of the Galaxy Expedition Team. No! For the sake of the Celestica people and all the Pokemon living in Hisui.
Don't you worry, Commander. We've got the red chain. And now should hopefully be the last time we have to save before our climax here. The story unfurls. Wait, we were literally just taken back down a step on the mountain for that.
Now he can commit dishonorable Sudoku puzzles.
Ones that only have like 3 spaces you gotta solve. Come on, now's the time. Use the red chain. Wait, what is this? There's a voice in my head. No, in my heart? It's speaking to me. Oh, is she gonna get possessed? You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then. Whoa, Irida, do you hear what you're saying? Catch you? Almighty Sinnoh. I think Almighty Sinnoh may be speaking to me. It's telling me you hold the red chain. Try to catch me then, for the fight to come. Take these. Ooh. Take them I will. Alright, James, on point, because whatever's coming through there is very likely to be a dragon type. Palkia it is. So it does matter the little choice we make earlier. I hope we can get the other one, though. It's kind of weird that they made you focus on just one of them. And here it is. You'll be fine, James. You'll be just fine. Oh, wow. If you both had the same level, I think that would have been a one-shot. Usagi and James, time to carry us once more. Everyone else has had their point in the spotlight. Oh. Oh dear. Come on, just once more. Yeah, James, if only it was stupid enough to use spatial rend. Well, I hate to make this kind of anticlimactic, but I do know that these guys have a catch rate of 45 normally, so it's hardly unlikely that this fails in these conditions. These two legendaries, Dialga and Palkia, are notoriously easy to catch. Maybe we should have gone for Dialga. Would have been an excellent replacement for, Gudra. He caught it, right? He caught Almighty Sinnoh. The red chain's been shattered, but we've still got the Pokemon of the Lakes to thank for getting this far.
Oh, well done, Xander, my boy. Masterfully handled. I was watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to a simply stunning victory. You truly are the pride of the Survey Corps.
Looks like I taught him well. Ah, I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No, it's called Palkia. Mighty Palkia speaking to me in my mind. Space-time grows chaotic. The power fails. The frenzied one. It comes now to fight. That is why I am here.
You're telling me there's another one? But the red chain smashed to bits. No way even Xander could tackle another Pokemon as strong as the last one now.
Actually, I feel like we did quite well. Is it time for the big reveal? Ah. We pick one and fight the other. Fair enough, Sagittarius. Curious. I'm not reading that.
All of you, we must vacate this. Gah! Forget the fancy talk. Book it. Come on. We gotta make it back to the summit camp while we still can. We need to leave before this other almighty Sinnoh decides it wants to fight us.
But, Commander, we can't just leave it here.
You dunce! You won't be any use to anybody if you die up here on this mountain. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, we gotta get gone.
Drop the formalities, and he gets a lot more gravelly, I must say.
Such dreadful power. It's certainly beyond our current capabilities to survey such a creature. I'm amazed you even managed to stay on your feet before it, Xander. Did you notice the energy pouring out of the rift? It seems likely that the buildup of the same energy was what caused the strange lightning that threw the noble Pokemon into frenzied states.
So, our two clans truly were following different Almighty Sinnoh, but both were real. What a shocking turn of events. To say nothing of shock of hearing the commander speak so differently.
I must apologize from the bottom of my heart to the both of you as fellow leaders. You saw the truth that I could not. You never abandoned your trust in Xander. And to you, Xander, I acted on ill-considered presumptions and drove you from the Galaxy Expedition Team, forcing you to face great hardship alone. And despite all that, you still strove to save all of Hisui.
Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And We understood, Commander, that you had reasons to act as you did.
Commander, might I suggest we return to the matter at hand? We've left things in quite a state up at the temple.
That's the stuff, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face what's in front of us than dwell in the past, huh? Just what I'd expect from a real scientist.
A dependable attitude indeed. Yes, let us move on. No need to speak any further about my rash actions, not to mention my loss of composure. It seems that having Xander about has been a good influence on all.
It's only natural. Xander is strong enough to defeat even this new opponent single-handedly. Whoa, slow down. Did you forget that the red chain broke? We'll be alright, armed with the knowledge mighty Palkia imparted to me. Palkia? The Pokemon that talked to you? Yes, it told me its name, but that's not all. It also told me this. The Stone of Creation's beginning, the Chain of Red, the vessel of humankind's invention. Unite these three, and calm the chaos now disturbing the flow of time. And then, mighty Palkia must go with us back to the temple, it said. Well, that Chain of Red is in pieces now, but if little bits will do, I gathered those.
And the vessel of mankind's invention? I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball.
That's gotta be it. But what about that Stone of Creation's beginning part? Leon might have some idea. He's knowledgeable about stones and minerals. He even goes digging for ore sometimes.
Is that so? Then Warden Leon will be a fine resource to consult. And what are your thoughts, Professor Laventon? Do you have any idea what the stone could be? Oh, upon my word! Perhaps I do. Xander, my boy, could you lend me those plates you received from Weirdeer and the others? The ones that Volo said had message engraved upon them? Aha. Just as I remembered. Here on the back of the Earth plate it says, when the universe was created, its shards became this plate. I think this may be a hint to what we need.
How do you mean?
Don't you see? We must search for stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that shares the same material properties as these plates. In fact, I believe young Leon might know where just to find such a thing, as he said he'd been investigating it at Volo's urging.
Now that you mention it, that Volo fellow's come around the diamond settlement asking about those plates before too. Seems like a lead worth following.
It's decided then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name is a rather mouthful, wouldn't you say? I propose we call it Origin Ore. Irida, may we ask for your clan's aid once more?
Of course. I'll call Leon to the summit camp at once. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect, but my invitation just never came. So I decided to honor you all with an unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Now, Adaman, I see all these other louts have their little tasks to be getting on with. But what of the great Melly? Where's my role in all this? At the bottom of a trash can. I'm your leader, Melly. Show a shred of respect, would you? Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and give me a job, great leader Adaman. And make it a good one. You want a job? Fine. Your job is to support the others. All the other wardens are busy looking after their nobles and keeping the people of our clans from panicking. take a hint. Oh, Adaman, oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they are suited to and work they are not. Before I forget, it seems you weren't entirely useless after all, Galaxy Teen Grunt. Well done, you. You have my permission, James, but I don't think you have the game's permission. Take this as a reward for your adorable efforts. Just my way of encouraging the little people. And you're all so little compared to me. Uh-huh. I've brought Leon. Yeesh. That ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I don't like this at all. I should be the one consulted for my wisdom. This Wee's ores and stones are her precious resource. Since I was the first to realize that fact, it's only natural that I should be the first consulted. If you have a problem with it, perhaps you'd like to take it up with Cleavor in battle. With that bumbling ball of yours. Excuse me? That bumbling ball is more than capable of zapping both you and that ugly bug of yours all the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. Shall we prove it to you now? Melly, give it a rest and play nice with the Poe Clan folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adam... Everyone at home is all worked up because the Pro Clan got to speak to Almighty Sinnoh. Or Palkia or whatever. You want them to all hog the glory? Warden Leon, if you would. Certainly. Then let us set out at once. We make for the primeval grotto. And on that note, I imagine we have just enough content for one more stream after this, right? This isn't literally just another 10 minutes worth of things, is it? Regardless, I think I should put my foot down. That is just over our 3-hour mark, and accordingly, I have not had dinner, so I should probably solve that immediately. Schedules have been posted to Twitter and to Discord, so we're mostly going smoothly as well, I think. Yeah, this and the postgame. There is postgame stuff, of course. I think it would be responsible to just go ahead and space it out regardless. So, I will put a cap on that right here and now, and... I think I'll need a little bit more time to prepare. So, I suppose hold me to it. June 18th, I say, will be our 1-year anniversary, since I still need a bit more time to prepare for that. I hope to see you all then. Tomorrow's Kirby, we'll be doing the postgame for that. And then later this week is Outer Wilds on Thursday, and Guilty Gear on Friday. If it turns out I have an open Saturday, I might do some Noida again. I'll see you all soon. Class is dismissed. And thank you to everyone for your attendance. Post-game and post-post-game. Interesting. Though there usually is a lot of stuff to be going on in Pokemon games. I should know. June's gonna be a great month. Full of parties. Rest well, everyone.